Let's break down the 3 keys if you're a buyer trying to get into the Toronto real estate market in 2024. Now, even though these keys will apply right now heading into the 2024 spring market, these are 3 elements that you can take with you at any given time when trying to get into Toronto real estate. I'm Mike Ouzas, I'm a realtor here in Toronto, and drop a comment down below on what you think are one of those 3 keys. If you ever want to book in a call with me to discuss what's happening in the ground level in Toronto real estate, click on that first link in the description down below. The start of 2024 has been nothing short of a roller coaster when it comes to Toronto real estate. We've seen everything from 85 offers on a single family home to condos sitting for weeks and everything in between. Semi-detached properties have been selling within days in certain pockets of the city, and some higher priced condos have been starting to move in different areas as well. Let's discuss what you can do as a buyer to navigate the market and what you can do as a seller to navigate the market. Let's start on the buyer side, and all these tips, by the way, are applicable in any market, so they're not just for the spring market here in 2024. The first tip for buyers I recommend is to get your financing in check. Getting a pre-approval is super important when it comes to navigating the market. Think about it as going to the mall and knowing exactly what you're shopping for with your budget in mind. Once we get your pre-approval, that's when we can narrow in the focus on location and property type and best give you the options within your budget. And I recommend seeing either a mortgage specialist or mortgage broker to get an actual pre-approval from an actual lender. And as a side note, those online calculators may serve as a bit of a base, but in general, they're not super accurate. The second key for buyers navigating the Toronto real estate market is having a plan and a strategy. In order to have a plan, you're going to want to have a great understanding of the market. And that's where your realtor comes into play to let you know exactly what's going on in the particular market that you're looking to purchase in. If you're looking for a semi-detached on the west side or the east side of the city right now, they are a pretty hot commodity. If you're looking for a condo in the downtown core, you may have a few more options. And if you're looking for a detached property in some of the city's best areas, it may be more competitive than the media lets out to be. Now, this market has presented everything from multiple double-digit offers to single offers that come in 3 or 4 weeks after a property's been on the market. That's where having a really good understanding of the micro market you're searching in is super important when navigating moving forward. The third tip for buyers navigating today's market is to have an open mind. If only looking at photos on the internet are making the decision on whether or not you want to see a property in person, you may be missing out on some of the properties that fly under the radar. Typically, the properties that need some work, maybe they aren't staged very well or photographed very well, are the ones that generally sit on the market longer than the ones that are well manicured, well staged, and well photographed for the internet. The reason being is that most buyers will typically just swipe away from those photos right away and move on to the next property, especially when there's many to choose from in the market. In hot markets, when properties are moving very quick and there's not a lot of properties on the market for buyers to choose from, that may not matter as much. But in today's market, the properties that don't look the greatest may present your best opportunity to negotiate the price even more. I always like to say, keep in mind you're buying the canvas and you're buying essentially the floor plan. The staging, the furniture, everything else goes when the property closes. Once you move in and have an empty floor plan, that's when you can really put your own stamp on that property. And even if it means changing out the paint color and updating the lighting, that could go a long way when it comes to getting a deal on a property that you can make look pretty great for a relatively minimal cost. Those are the 3 keys if you're a buyer navigating the Toronto real estate market. And I'd love to hear your thoughts down below if there's anything you would add to those. And stay tuned for my next video where we discuss the 3 keys for sellers. And if you're a buyer, it might be a good video to take a look at because it might give you some insight on what sellers are looking to do to maximize the dollars for their property. I'm Michael Ouzas. Thanks for watching.